For us to be able to add data to the table that we created on the last part, we need to add an action. And we're going to call this action from the comment section or from the comment form inside the post. For that, the first thing to do is that we're going to create a view model. So inside here, then home, we just right click, then go to add. I'm going to add a new class. I'm going to name it PostComment VM and then press enter. Now from the user, we are going to get, or from the UI, we are going to get the post ID and also the comment content. And we are going to get the logged in user ID from inside the controller. Let us go to the Solution Explorer one more time and then go to Controllers and then Home Controller. Let us scroll down. Here we have the last one. Here, let us create an HTTP post. And then in here, I'll just type public action result. And if we want, we can also make this asynchronous. Async and then task. And then up here, we named it toggle post like. We can just name this add post comment. And this is going to take as a parameter the post comment VM. And you can just name it whatever you want, but I'm just going to name it PostComment VM. Now here, the first thing that we need is that we need to get the logged in user ID. And we have said that the logged in user ID for now is going to be hard coded. So I can just get it from here. And then based from the info that we get from the request body, we are going to create a post object. So just create a post object. Then down here, var new comment is equal to new comment. We are going to get the post ID from the PostComment VM dot post ID. We are going to get the comment content from the PostComment dot content. We can also set the user, and the user ID is just going to be the logged in user ID. And in here, we can also set the date created is equal to datetime and then .utc now, because we want to store all the dates in UTC so that we can easily convert them to the user time zone based from where the user is opening the app. And date updated, we can also optionally set this one as well to datetime.utc now. Now that we have the object, let us first add it to the context. So await, then context, then comments, and then add async, and then await context.savechanges async. So this is all we need to do. And then at the end, for now, we are just going to return the user to the index action, which reloads the timeline. This is all we need to do on this part. On the next one, you learn how to call this action.